Hey you guys, so I'm coming back with another video, and I want to go ahead and do the review of this Tasha and Jaguar interview, which I think was totally garbage. Now, Tasha is a great goddamn exclusive. Like she does great interviews. On this interview, it was horrible. Now, do I know what she was trying to do? Yes, I know she was trying to ask the hard questions, but I also think she took it a little too far. I think some things are just, and I kind of feel like from the beginning, Tasha was on a mission to discredit Jaguar. And she even went live on her backup channel to even go into like she got some kind of relationship with Switch Beast baby. No, not Switch Beast baby mom, but his mother. So let's get into it right quick.
People like I used to be before I sought therapy. I was molested, stuff like that, and it made me promiscuous. Now you shared quite a bit of your like sexual experiences, and I thought I
No, I
heard
haven't.
on the
I really haven't shared a lot at all.
oh, it comes off as a lot to her. You
You know
understand?
why? You want to know why it comes off as a lot?
Why?
Because I'm so brutally honest about it.
Mm. Were you
That's
touched?
why it comes off as a lot.
Were you touched?
Was
As a
I
kid?
cut?
Yeah.
Child, I have been abused. The sexual abuse happened to me at the age of 4.
Okay.
Uncle in my family. And we don't talk about it because it's not special because he did it to almost all the children.
What did he
in the family.
do?
He used to get me in church.
Okay.
He used to make me touch his testicles and stuff like that. And then he would stick his hands and feel how warm I was to see if I was sick. That's what he said he was dedicated to see if I was sick.
And how old was he?
Uncle Candyman at that time was probably, he was old my whole life, so I'm assuming he was in his late 60s.
Damn, his name was Uncle Candyman.
Candyman, I know. I couldn't believe that the state let him still be a foster father to mentally disabled children. Because once he ran through victims that he couldn't get to shut up no more, he started going through the mentally disabled.
How long did that last? How long did that sexual abuse last from your?
For me, it wasn't a lot because he wasn't in church a lot, and I wasn't alone in the church a lot. But he got me like 3 times. He used to get my sister all the time.
Oh wow!
And I know he got my cousins, and yeah, he got everybody. Like that's what I'm saying. Like nobody in the family talked about it because he did it to everybody.
Now, besides Uncle Candyman, did anybody else touch you or violate you?
He did. Yeah.
And what
in my family? The truth is I experienced more sexual abuse in my family than I did in the streets.
Mm.
And the truth is, if I had to look at my experiences in the street, and when I say in the street, I'm talking about being kidnapped, being held hostage, having guns put to you, being duct taped, having people burn you, put cigarettes out in your face. I'm talking about nasty stuff.
Okay.
I've been held hostage for 2 days. And I had everything happen to me that anybody wouldn't even want to have in their nightmares. So sexual is different than it is for other people. To me, it is a function that can be used for good or for evil. Okay. I don't see sex any different than brushing your teeth, drinking water, taking a shit. Like it's all the same. What makes it different is the emotion that is attached to it. Mm-hmm. And after being gang raped by 5 men, I'll never forget the first date that I tried to go out on with a dude.
How old were you when you were gang raped?
I was 17.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was 17.
Was this in New York or Philly?
In Philadelphia, they ripped me to pieces.
Wow.
So once you have,
I could tell this is like bothering you.
Well, when the night terrors come and I wake up looking for a knife to stab somebody, I relive my attacks still.
Now, from the time that you were 4 to the time that you were 17, were you sexually abused? all the way
7 times.
7 times.
7 times.
Wow.
And one of them was my sister's husband, but he wasn't her husband at the time. She married him after I told her that he raped me, and I had to do the wedding, and I had to watch my father walk my sister down the aisle to my rapist, who
That shit
had a
fucked
shit,
up.
like a
Shit,
Cheshire
she's
cat,
it,
and it was all thanks to my mother.
How old were you when your sister?
I was
husband.
When I get one, who?
Well, your sister's husband, before he became.
I was 15. I was 14 and a half, going on 15. He was 25.
And he raped you.
Yeah. I was asleep in her place. I was hiding from my dad because me and my dad had been beefing. She was still stripping at some trailer park trash place up the northeast where all the drug addicts went. And he was supposed to have been going out of town. I went to the apartment to just hide from dad.
Able to penetrate, because a 25-year-old man inside of a 14-year-old.
I mean, that wasn't I've been gang raped before that.
Wait, you were gang raped twice?
Yeah. Once when I was 12 in junior high school by my junior high school boyfriend. And then when I was 17, when I was dealing with that animal, they came looking for him. They found me. So they figured they'd make an example out of me. They he was going to come home to save me. But instead, when they was hanging me out the window, I seen him and he pulled off.
Is that when you lost your, is that when your hymen was broken? I don't like to say lost your.
No, I can't even tell you. I can't tell you when my.
That's crazy. Like Tasha gonna ask her, is that when her hymen was broken? But didn't she just say that she had been abused from the time she was 4? Like, I don't know. Man, the interview is reckless.
I knew we both.
Oh.
Can't
And your
tell you.
parents obviously did nothing to protect.
My father didn't know.
Okay.
My father had no idea. When we finally talked about it when I was an adult, that's when we realized exactly how divisive my mother and my sister had been in the misinformation and the disinformation that they shared around the house to cover my sister's drug addiction and the fact that my mother's schizophrenic. See, my mother's schizophrenic and my sister's a drug addict. And I was the baby in the house. And my father worked 18 hours a day.
You went through a lot, Jaguar, before you were 18.
I'm gonna put it to
Did
you
any
this.
type of full
Life did me. If I had died at 21, I would have been just fine with it. I tried a couple times.
how'd you try?
You know, suicide by cop. Stick a gun in your mouth with it jams. Take some sleeping pills, pull up on the train tracks, wait for the train to come, but it don't come. Yeah.
Gerald, how do you feel hearing this?
I mean, it hurts to know that somebody this brilliant, somebody this great and exceptional, to have a story like that.
Now, being that your mom was diagnosed schizophrenic, you said your sister was
Not until I was an adult. The family covered it.
Okay. Have you ever been diagnosed with any sort of mental illness?
Yeah. Dissociative. Because of the trauma that I've experienced, I have psychotic breaks at times.
Okay.
I lose time. I become something or someone else until I'm me again. You don't get rich without enemies. You need enemies. They fuel the fire. They keep people talking about you. They work for you. They don't even know it.
Gerald, what type of work do you do?
Now, you guys, this is what I don't agree with. Like, she all in these folks financial, like, business. Like, come on, Tasha.
I'm self-employed.
Look at her.
Me
All
too.
in their business. Your husband don't even work, Tasha. Because Tasha's husband work for her. He manages her. So why are you even worried about how he got down work? And he works for his wife, just like your
So
husband
what do
works for
you do
you.
now? Because I know that you're traveling a lot with Jaguar.
he money because he got the gun.
Tasha, why would you ask that? What job do your husband have outside of goddamn doing shit for your ass?
I was saying, look, I'm not trying to be funny, but
I sell my product.
You sell your product, okay?
Yeah.
Do you get some? If you were to come up missing or dead,
I am sick of
if you were to
Tasha.
come up missing and dead, who did it? Tell us.
Can't tell you who done it. I can tell you who wanted it. And it will most definitely be Clive Davis.
So you think Clive is looking for him?
Oh, I know he's looking for me. I know he's worried about me. And he should be.
Why?
He should be very worried about me.
Why?
Because I know things about him. He don't want nobody with him. I know things he's done. And it's hurt people that I love.
Like what?
You know, what I will say is this. When you're the kind of manager.
Yeah, I'm not playing this entire video. If you notice, I'm skipping through the
To
video.
be quiet about a rape to save a tour.
Because this is like a 2-hour video. So I am skipping through it.
And then nuke their career, tell everyone that they're crazy, and ostracize them because they disagreed with being quiet about it. When you're that kind of person that employs the same group of drug dealers that you've been working with for the past 25 years, and out of nowhere, people just keep dying of drug overdoses. You know, it
free ATMs allows you to send money for free and your card ships to you for free. It's the freest
we received in the past 6 weeks that we should be careful that there's a hit out on me.
Most.
The last number that I heard was 500,000.
And you think it's Clive?
That's not to be a threat.
And you think?
Well, there's not that many people. There's not that many people in the game right now that's gonna put up 500K like that. If it's true. What I can say.
Well, you know, I see Discredit all the time too. You know, so
I know you do.
Please, Tasha.
I know you do. This is the thing. You're a civilian. I'm not.
Tell her.
I'm not a civilian. Whoever they might send, I probably know. And the thing is this. What I can guarantee you is I'm ready to die, but I ain't dying no time soon. I got work to do.
Now you have a child.
I have a son. He's 18. He's a man.
Who's raising him now?
Nobody's raising him. He's 18.
Yes,
He's a man.
18.
He is being held hostage.
Like, you know, 18-year-olds, they still need a little support, you know?
Actually, my son is autistic.
Oh.
He needs all kinds of support.
Now, you lost kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it safe to say? Because I want to use one example. Summer Walker.
What about him? I pray for her every day.
Okay.
That she finds the courage.
You put her on blast.
I didn't put her on blast. I told the fucking truth.
Okay.
That's not putting some. Shitload of records.
That was the
It's
life, though.
Like I said.
Yeah, this is right. She's right about that. Because if you go back and think about a lot of the artists that came out back then, look at SWV. They R&B, it's an R&B group, but they did not dress sexual. Escape, when they first came out, you remember they came out with the baggy jeans, with the big coats, headscarves. I'm telling you, they were not wearing boy shorts with a bra.
Because poor little Kim. Talk about.
She ain't telling them but the truth.
Half of these niggas is drug all the way the fuck out.
For real.
So you only having sex for real successfully for about 25 minutes a day. What the fuck are you doing with the rest of your day? But all you talk about is sex. Nothing else happens in your life but that 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
That's it. That's it.
Half gonna be drugged up anyway. They can't even do
It
shit.
might be an hour, but there's only going to be about maybe 4 minutes of penetration because your shit won't be limp anyway.
Why tell everyone that Mary J. Blige is a closeted lesbian? If we should have,
Tasha, why you not finish your subjects?
She is. Because she's using it to take advantage of people. She's a betrayed woman as well.
But she's
got a
not
lot of
selling it
life.
in her music, and I think what she does in her personal life.
But she's not selling. No, what she is selling in her music is that she's a good person and she's fine.
I don't think anybody thinks Mary J. Blige is a good person.
And what's so funny is,
I mean, there's a few of us that have ran into her, and I'm sure they've all had their experiences.
While everybody is sitting here worried about my living situation, is anybody talking about the fact that a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, before she signed the deal with Power, she was homeless?
Yeah, she was homeless. She shared that.
Yeah. So why
He
is
said
it
he gave her a place to stay because she had nowhere to
Yeah,
go.
but he didn't pay off Kendall though.
What'd you say?
But he didn't pay Kendall though. But he didn't pay off Kendall. $885 million, and he couldn't have cut that nigga a check to give Mary a break. All the shit she done for him, all of the artists that she convinced to sign in him that he took advantage of, bought their catalogs for $15,000, $20,000 and made hundreds of millions off of them.
I mean,
And guess what?
I mean, there's a soul in the world that knows Diddy is a piece of shit.
$885 million either. Damn, you couldn't pay the nigga off. She gotta pay him 30 racks every month. Now see, he did find her work so she could pay that nigga. Y'all keep having sympathy for all of these people who have made their own way.
I'm not having sympathy. I don't know.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the public. Okay. Everybody got so much sympathy for all of these people who have made their own bed.
But why outsource sexuality when you told me yesterday?
Because she's running around crying, playing a victim. She sat on stage for a year after that divorce and played a victim.
Yeah,
what about
Alicia did?
So that bitch can kiss my ass. So that bitch she can kiss my ass, and I don't want to hear about no.
That's not what she said.
Come on, Tasha.
Yeah, I don't care what she has to say. Do I gotta listen? Can I please the fifth or listen?
I just want to ask. I just want to ask you a question. But the question is about you. It's not about her. Okay.
Fuck that bitch.
She did say she's never met you. She doesn't know you. And the gentleman that you're speaking of, she's never dated anybody.
All right, then don't know me, bitch.
Okay.
Then don't know me, bitch. Yeah, she don't know Antonio either. It's cool.
Okay.
Of course. I mean, she's a fucking confirmed liar. What else is she going to do but lie? That's what liars do. They lie.
Why out? Because I know that LGBT is all about sticking together, all about inclusivity, all about respecting one's,
Yeah, and guess what? I'm not the only person. I'm not the only person with a transitional or a non-traditional lifestyle that says, "Hey, this motherfucker's out here doing this shit."
Okay.
See, what people are
she
doing,
said that she was a dyke.
she is. Everybody know that. That ain't nothing new. That girl that she smacked up that she got caught with before she ran off to go make an album with Swiss, and then all of a sudden they were in love, and then all of a sudden his wife is gone and his children is gone, and then all of a sudden she married to him. Like, come on, man.
Yep.
Like, I'm sorry, if you that trifling and you that fucking dirty, I have no respect for shit about you at all. She ruined that woman's family. I don't know what kind of condition.
Ex-wife came out and said that Alicia didn't take her.
Come on, Tasha. Damn well that's a lie. That's a lie. Because that woman did say that Alicia broke that fucking relationship up.
Do you honestly believe that these people say anything real? I know all their public.
Why are you playing crazy though, Tasha? Why the fuck you playing crazy? You know that damn woman broke their marriage up.
When it comes to the music industry or who knows, but I do know personally, out of everybody that I have met, Swiss is the most genuine. And
was he genuine when he left his family behind?
Nigga with a dick. And of course. He's also a nigga with a dick, and he also ran with Irv Gotti. And I'm gonna tell you what I do know: birds of a feather flock together.
Yep.
If you dirty, you dirty. If you run with dirty niggas, you probably are a dirty nigga.
Period.
I don't give a fuck how nice you are. I don't care how much you smile. I know plenty of pedophiles. I know plenty of murderers that smile real nice. Fuck your smile.
I know
fuck your
you've experienced every type of person there is. So is it safe to say,
period?
Being that you
Period. Like I said, and this is all I got to say about this.
Okay.
Of course she's going to deny everything. Of course she's going to do it. But what you really need to do is you need to go back to New York to BB King's and talk to somebody from there because they can tell you all of the times her and I shared fucking green rooms right there in the back of BB King's, or all the times that she was down at Joe's Pub. She don't fucking know me. That bitch is a fucking liar. She's a fucking liar. And if I'm lying so bad, I haven't spoke to Clark. That means I get the breakfast for free, huh?
But why would you be reckless to her if she's never done anything?
I don't think you seem to understand. She works.
Tasha, the way you treat your guys, you're the one to be talking.
A lot of people work for
Period.
That's
Exactly.
She got to be on that payroll. She definitely on that
And
payroll.
all of them who have worked with him divisively to move people around and to turn people's lives upside down, knowing that things were going on and did nothing because they profited from them, fuck them too. They can go to jail with them.
When's the last time you spoke to Clyde?
Oh, I haven't spoken to Clyde personally in years. I have no reason to talk to him. A piece of shit. About 10 last time I saw him. Maybe 10, 12. The last party that I went to, like I said, it was right around the time that Chris Brown was, when they arrested him, that awful thing. That was fucking terrible. That was fucking, what they did to that boy was fucking terrible. And that's why I'm such a big Chris Brown fan, because despite everything that they did to try to ruin him, he fucking held firm. He held firm.
He beat Rihanna's ass.
Do you know why? Do you know why?
No.
See, this is the thing that fucks me up about everybody who likes to put monikers on people. First things first, Rihanna didn't report that Chris Brown beat her up. It was a publicist that did it. Her statement didn't come from a police officer. It's not like there was an arrest. He was caught beating her. He was arrested at the Grammys the next day. The fight took place in the car. Did anybody ask where the car was? It was on a fucking PCH. Do you know how high the PCH is? Hella high. All that wheel had to do was jerk the wrong way. They both could have crashed to their death in the Pacific Ocean. That fight happened in a moving
I don't
vehicle.
remember exactly where they were, but I do
Ain't nobody
know
gonna tell me.
night-
Nobody remember nothing.
But
What
the
I
night
can
that
tell you
it
is
happened,
they were both
Jaguar,
at Clive Davis's house. What I will tell you is they were both at Clive Davis's house at the party the night before the Grammys when he was arrested.
but he beat her.
Somebody needs to ask
She
what
was
happened at the
blind.
party. No, somebody needs to ask.
I'm gonna tell you something, you guys. Jaguar is so right. I don't even think if Tasha was to shut the fuck up and listen, she would understand what Jag is trying to say. Because at the end of the day, how the fuck did everything transpire? It had to be a smear campaign on Chris Brown. Like, they had to goddamn discredit that man's character. Period. And they used Rihanna to do it. And that's exactly what she did.
Ask what happened at that party to Chris Brown. Why was Chris Brown upset? What happened? Why don't nobody ask the real question?
The tough question.
Why did he tear off from the Grammy party? Everybody goes to that Grammy party. You get invited to the Clive Davis, come suckle at the tea to power. That's supposed to mean you make it. And then Clive and everybody's sucking Clive's ass and kissing his ass. And he running around grabbing everybody's ass and doing whatever the fuck he want to do. It's a goddamn freak show. Did anybody ask why he got upset and why he left? And if he left alone, and who else was in the car with him? See, this is the thing. Y'all rely so much on their liars to bring you information that you digest as the truth. And then they spend great time and money to build these stories up. They pay all the right people. They make sure everybody's tucked out real nice.
But were you there?
Like I said,
Tasha, you defending Alicia. Were you there?
that was the last party I went to. I stopped going to
You were
Hollywood.
there. What happened to Chris Brown?
I'm not, it's not my story to tell. I said that about a lot of things. It's not my story to tell. But what I can tell you to do is ask the right questions.
What's the right?
Why was Chris Brown upset that night?
Why
What did him and Rihanna argue about before the fight? How did he leave? Did he leave alone? Was he allowed to leave alone? Was there a fight in that car? Why didn't they arrest him right away? Why did they wait all the way until he's walking down the red carpet to arrest him in front of all of Hollywood? That bitch was beat up. I'm sorry, let me take that back. That girl was beat up hours before. They knew exactly where he was. Why did they wait all that time for us?
Yeah.
Why? She was assaulted that night. They didn't come and get him. The red carpet at the Grammys don't start until 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. He was about to hit the carpet, and then that's when they intercepted and they arrested him there for everybody in Hollywood.
So you're saying that
why did it take?
What she's saying is they humiliated him. What the hell, Tasha?
Really been assaulted hours before.
Well, maybe they couldn't find him.
No, if they were coming to get him, and they were giving him time, why did they arrest him at the Grammys? Why didn't they allow him to turn himself in? Why?
He beat her.
No, he beat her, and then 12 hours went by before he was arrested, and everybody knew exactly where the both of them were. And the statement that was given did not come from Rihanna, it came from a publicist. You don't want her.
But you told me in the beginning of the interview.
You gotta be fucking
mean that you have gone through what you've gone through.
Shit got real with Tasha K and goddamn Jag. I'm gonna tell you.
That's how you would know if Summer Walker
everybody else, and you can't make everybody else like me.
But you made Summer Walker like you.
Listen to me. That girl is not me. That girl is not me.
But you said you had some similarities in her because that's where your anxiety comes from.
No, my anxiety came from when I suffered from anxiety. Because I don't.
Okay.
Not anymore. I have rage issues. Yeah, I should. I finally conquered PTSD. Finally conquered all of my issues to be arrested for a crime I didn't commit.
That's amazing.
Be raped in jail. Be raped in jail, which was my 10th rape.
Damn.
Before I was released and finally let go of, just for my son to be murdered, and I had to watch it on video.
That right there would send any normal human being over the edge.
I went through a whole lot.
Be murdered in front of
show my pain some fucking respect and don't try to treat it like entertainment.
What?
Do not tell me that you give a fuck about my pain. And then sit there, and then sit there and try to juice it up. Don't juice me up.
How do you juice
Don't juice me up. Don't juice me up.
See, Tasha thought she was about to get on this live.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
And she thought she was gonna do her like she do everybody else. Jag wasn't here for this shit.
That's what you do. You do compassion.
Jaguar, how could we not be compassionate?
You can't talk about my son. And say mental illness. You can't listen to me. You can't say my son and say mental illness within the same sentence of a minute and not expect for the fanatics to take it and run with something else.
That's why we're here.
You can't expect that. You can't expect that. No, we're here because you wanted to talk to me and you said that people want to know me.
About you, yes.
So if people want to know me, then allow them to get to know me. Don't frame it for them.
I'm not framing it.
Now, do me a favor. Do not refer to me as mentally ill any longer. If you do it again, I will hang up.
Okay.
I will hang up.
Okay.
Just like I don't entertain people that tell me that you're fucking nuts.
Good shot, bro. What? Tell him.
That bitch is crazy. That bitch is loud. All she want to do is trap you.
I mean, I am crazy and loud. They're not lying.
No, you're not crazy.
I'm crazy. Everybody.
No, you're not crazy. I told you this yesterday. What you are is brilliant.
Why am I not?
Because you're
Tasha, you play your cards.
You are brilliant.
Oh, of course, I'm brilliant too. Most crazy people are.
I mean, you
No,
beef with people only to
they
goddamn
call
get
it
your
crazy
numbers up.
because they can't understand it. Because they can't wrap their minds around it. They told Einstein he was retarded because he thought 18 times beyond his teachers. We're so apt to letting stupid people create the narrative for an intelligent world.
Let's
just keep it real.
I'm asking.
Let's just keep it real. I know, but do me a favor. Let's not act like we don't know who each other are. I would never use the word mental illness and your name in the same sentence more than once. Don't ever do it with me again. Not if you respect me. Period.
What?
So what should I say? All the trauma that you've gone through.
After all the trauma that
any fault of yours.
The toll that it's taken on my mind, body, husband, and the father of him is too lazy to take care of him. While he's living in your $500,000 house, riding around in $100,000 worth of car any fucking time he wants, spending your money and getting fucked in the ass by trannies. Especially the one that used to work for Eve. He used to have that bitch up in my car all the time.
Yeah, she's talking about her ex-husband.
Supposed to be doing styling for Eve.
Gerald?
And she had a transgender assistant, and you, him, and Jean, and her was all riding around in my car saying Modem. And my children found the sex wax and the condoms that you left behind. My children would find his shit.
Gerald? Can I talk to Gerald?
Why you want to talk to her before, Tasha?
Who?
You already getting a fucking horrible goddamn interview.
Mr. Gerald, am I asking, are the questions No. You know you are.
Just so you know, I live for the shit.
Tell her, Jack.
What do you think, Gerald?
Tell her.
I'm a born debater.
Hey.
You think she's gonna be upset after this interview? Let's put the wine down for Eric. You know, I knew that I could handle it. So, I mean, you're a sister. You've been through a lot. So I know what it's gonna come with. Yeah,
but we all have.
Right.
There's nothing special about my story. That's the problem.
Jaguar, I will beg to differ.
No, when I say there's nothing special about my story, I mean, I'm not the only woman whose son has been killed.
Yeah.
But
I'm not the only one who's been. Nipsey Hussle's mother had to watch her son be murdered 80 million times. They kept playing it over and over again. They played that shit
a million times.
For entertainment. Did anybody think about what that was doing to her?
I mean, that's why I don't typically share that.
Watch a stranger walk up and shoot your son over and over and over again. And the footage is running, and this motherfucker was bonded out by a blind corporation. His murder was playing on television longer than that nigga sat in jail. We got we got bigger problems.
And I mean, that's why I will never participate in airing of death or talking about it. I think that's less family.
We can talk about it, but if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about the solution for it. Let's not just talk about it.
I agree. But listen, now I'm going to have some wine because I wanted to be all in with you.
And you're going to be fine because you know how to pick a woman just like me.
Well, we'll see. We'll wait until the interview is done. You know, you get to watch it back. So
listen to me. There is absolutely nothing that you asked and absolutely nothing that I said or my husband said that we have an issue with.
Okay.
We don't ask people to edit. Our whole life is about transparency. See, the only way we're going to challenge these liars is by being the exact opposite of them.
Okay.
Okay, you guys. So that was the interview with Jag and Tasha K. Now I'm finna give you my input, and then I'm finna go to sleep. I think my midnight shift is over with. Now, me, Tasha K. So I love Tasha K. I love how she set up her content and everything. I love her. The exclusive everything. But do I think she did a horrible job with this interview? I do. Like, she did horrible. I understand that, you have to ask the tough question. You have to, you have to ask the questions that people want to know about. Now, do I think that she went too far? Yes, I do. I think during this interview, Jack was like, people are looking for her and people are out to get her. Yet, right after she says that, Tasha K comes with, then where are you? What's your location? And I think it was even at the point to where, Jaguar was like, if they want me, they can sue me or whatever. And Tasha K was like, but where are you? And that kind of made me feel like, Tasha K, why do you want to know where the fuck she stayed? Why the fuck you want to know where she at? Are you going to send the police over there so she can get served or something? What's going on? What's going on? And I kind of feel like, one of the reasons why she did this interview is because she seen Storm got 1 million goddamn views off the first goddamn thing he did with her. The first interview that Jag did with Storm Monroe, they got 1 million views off that one. 1 million. I can't find out one of Tasha got that videos with 1 million views. And then she come with this trashy ass video. Half done. I do not like it. I felt like she should have showed more sympathy or something. Like, she should have been more compassion. Tasha showed none of that. And I hated the video. I hated the whole entire video. And I love Tasha K. But I did not like the video. I felt like instead of her asking the questions, I felt like she was judging her. Like she was trying to discredit Jag in so many ways, and she kept doing it multiple times during the interview. But and even if you went to the video itself, the interview itself, if you guys go to the chat, I'm gonna tell you, her subscribers ate her ass up. The winos ate Tasha ass up. Like, it was so many people talking about they finna goddamn unsubscribe to Tasha and everything because Tasha literally was going after this woman. And I don't think that you have no excuse for your goddamn the way you conducted that interview. That interview was trashy. And she got to get, and what makes it so bad, she's usually good at her interviews, but this right here was fucking crazy. I don't like the interview, period. But I'm gonna get back with you guys tomorrow or later on today. I just wanted you to get my my review because someone else wanted me to give my input on this video. So this is my input. I don't like the interview. I did not like the interview at all. But I did skip through this video, you guys, because I'm at 50 minutes and the video was 2 hours and like 22 minutes. So I definitely skipped over the video a lot and I tried to get straight to the point. So you did miss some of the like parts of the videos with Tasha. She was taking all kind of dives and shit like that. I don't think she really was there to get her a good interview because the interview was horrible. It was horrible. And a million times I thought somebody had, I'm just like, but what is Storm? Like, can y'all put Storm over there with Tasha? Because Tasha just doing too much. She's doing too much. But I'm gonna tell you, when Jag started eating her ass up, I was here for it. Because Tasha was going overboard. And then she just went overboard. You want to know how much money the woman got. You want to know her finances been. You want to know where her husband work at. He said he used to be in the military. Then all of a sudden your parents was in the military. You want to know, like, what's his job? He works for his wife. He makes sure his wife is taken care of. He take care of her personal business. But who the fuck are you, Tasha, to ask that question after she says that right there? Because let me tell you, your husband don't work no fucking way either. Did you forget that he have to handle your business as well? The same way Jag husband handle her business and he takes care of her, like her financial business and everything else, your husband does too, Tasha. Or did you forget that? So it's fair to say both of y'all husbands are in the same career. They on the same bracket. They got the same career. Hell are you to be talking about somebody and where the fuck they work at, how much money they got, and are you homeless, you know, and about they sex. Like, man, I'm gonna tell you, the video was horrible. It was horrible. Like, you know, from the moment Jag got into her the moment she was raped, and you know, like it happened multiple times. She was gang raped and everything else. And the fact that Tasha showed no compassion, I mean, because Tasha just went in for the dive from the beginning of the video. She was going straight in. You know, I think she had one goal, and that was try to discredit this woman. And I really think, especially when it came to the Aaliyah Keys goddamn situation, I think that they probably are paying Tasha. And Tasha is like it's definitely working, because you got Tasha talking, you know, she actually came out and said, you know, you have mental issues. Maybe you just still have mental issues you need to address. No, you're trying to say that you're trying to discredit this woman's character, because if they did take Jag to court, they would have this on file. So I really think that you had your agenda. And I'm glad, I am so glad, goddamn, Jag seen through that bullshit and she pulled your motherfucking card, period. But we'll see you guys later, okay? Have a great night. And if you're new, please subscribe.